Hey everyone, this is Stan with TopSurfer.com. It is Wednesday, April 5th, 2017, and it is time for Stan's Tip of the Week. So, this week I wanted to talk to you about if you wanted to resell something online. You want to create a store online and you want to turn around and sell it. And you could even do this in a retail store, a brick and mortar retail store. And I wanted to kind of talk to you a little bit about that. I'm going to talk to you about how to create a shopping cart and also where you can buy things from at wholesale prices. So if you're interested in that, hang on and just pay attention. So here we go. So first thing I want to show you is if you came to me and you said you wanted me to help you develop a website where you were going to sell maybe 1 to 5 products, I would recommend building that in WordPress. Now we offer at Top Surfer all the wholesale members can get a free website, and we have WordPress automatically installed on there. WordPress is a CMS, a content management service, a content management system that basically is kind of a framework to building your website. And it's open source. It's one of the most widely used out there, and it's great for a number of reasons. I won't get into all of those. However, they don't have a shopping cart feature built in. It's mostly for creating regular pages that a business might have, and also great for blogs and things like that. However, there are plugins that you can use to sell things, and WooCommerce is a third-party service that does work along with WordPress, and you can install their extension onto your site, and they can help you manage all that. And I believe it's free up to a certain amount of products or something like that. And they have different extensions, different things like that work well with them. And so if you're doing 1 to 5 products, you don't really need a whole lot of customization, and you don't need all these crazy reports and different things. Then WooCommerce is what I suggest. Now, if you do want to add some more reports onto there, you want to maybe even spend a little money and have something that's really easy to use, user friendly, but also just has some great built in features. I recommend Shopify. I used to not. If you would have asked me about 6 months ago, I would have said, no, 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 don't do it. But I've actually had some clients say, no, we're doing Shopify. And so I've started playing in Shopify, and I've started to kind of like it. And so the problem that I don't like is that there is a monthly fee. So whatever you want to get into here, if you want a basic store or whatever, you're going to end up paying a monthly fee. Plus, they charge you an online, or they charge you a processing fee per transaction, so you have to be careful of that. But they do have their own merchant service that they use. But if that merchant service doesn't accept the product that you're using, or if you want to use a different one, then you're still going to pay a transaction fee, and you'll pay it with your merchant service as well. So it's a little pricey, but it's very well made. And so in a way, I do recommend it if you don't mind paying a monthly fee. Now, if you want to skip the monthly fee, you have more than 5 or so products that you want to sell. You want all these nice fancy reports. You also like to have a few extra bells and whistles, a few extra things, or you want some special customization. Then I recommend going with OpenCart as a shopping cart. OpenCart is called OpenCart because it's open source. How they make their money, and they are, well, let me say this first. They are very good at keeping this script up to date. So that basically they have they're always doing updates, so they're making sure all the bugs and stuff are taken care of, and they're constantly updating and giving out, or yeah, making new releases. And so that's one of the great things about OpenCart. Now, OpenCart makes their money by having this little marketplace where they'll sell extensions. The extensions go from anywhere from $10 up to $100, but the average is about $10 to $25 right in there. So OpenCart is great for that. Now, where do you get your products from? Now, you might be the manufacturer, you might have your own sources, but if you don't, then you might want to find a source. And the first place that I would recommend looking if you want to get it from overseas, if you want to outsource it, would be to go to DHgate. So this is dhgate.com. And now DHgate is basically it's just a website that facilitates the seller to be able to sell products to people all over the world. And oftentimes you have to be careful because you're not always dealing directly with the manufacturer. Sometimes you're still dealing with a reseller, even though this is mostly for wholesale type things. Um, you're still often buying it from a reseller on DHgate, and so well, and on the other websites as well that I'm going to suggest. So you have to be careful of that, that you're not buying. I mean, and it's okay if you're buying from a reseller, because they, maybe they'll take a few dollars here or there, but they're also putting it up here, they're making it available and all that. So, but DHgate is a great way to get a sample, to find samples that you can sell, to test the products. And the reason I say that is because I believe they accept PayPal, which enables you to protect your money a little bit. They also have a dispute system built in, from what I understand, and I have had a dispute before with a seller. This was a few years ago. I really haven't used it much in a few years, but I was trying to sell a certain product, and I requested a sample from one of the sellers. When they sent it to me, I did a full test on it and found out that it wasn't what they had said it was. So I just did an instant chat message with them, and they agreed to just refund me the money and call it good. And so they didn't want to get a bad reputation on DHgate, and so you do have to be careful there because you are dealing with somebody who's overseas, and sometimes they because they're so far away, they won't care about if you're mad at them. But you just have to be careful. And so you can see, like on this right here, you can see here's the seller, here's another seller, here's another seller, and you can even go into these, and some of them you can do instant chats with them and stuff like that. And you can ask them about their products. You can even maybe negotiate a better price. If you're gonna, you can, I would always recommend ordering a sample first. Just have it shipped. You can pay the 2-day shipping fees, but oftentimes that's like $20 or $30 because you're getting it from somewhere overseas. Or you can just wait the 3 weeks that it will usually take, and then just test the product out, see if it is what they said it was, and then go back to them and negotiate getting a better price. So you can see this one says somewhere between $18.29 to $28.57 per piece. Depends on the quantity, really. So if we go into it, you can see it says all those are the different colors, but they do have, here it is, if you're doing 6 plus, if you're doing 2 plus, and 24 plus, it's $18.57. So these are some speakers. Anyway, so that's DHgate. The other one that I recommend is globalsources.com. Now I'm going to warn you with Global Sources and the other one, which is called Alibaba, Alibaba.com. I have tested both of those. I believe it was both of them. And when you go into a product and you request to get some information, you request and do an inquiry on it, contact the supplier. Sometimes in any of these three, you'll actually get responses from, say you do one inquiry to one company, sometimes you'll get 10, 15 replies back from various different companies, because one person will have an account and then they will turn around and resell the information to other people. So they're actually a separate business. Just doing reselling is all they're doing, and so you have to be careful of that. And I would actually, before you do create an account or do any inquiries here, to set up a separate email account, and then if somebody replies back, ask them what their Alibaba link is, that links to their product or their company. Or if it's Global Sources or DHgate, ask them for that information. If they can't provide that to you, then oftentimes that's the case, is that your information has been sold to them. I've even asked them directly, where'd you get my information from? And they say, oh, I found it on your website. And I said, no, I don't have this information on my website. I don't have this email address on my website. How'd you get my information? You bought it from somebody, didn't you? And they finally said, yeah, I bought it from somebody. So I've contacted Alibaba. I've contacted Global Sources a while ago and told them this is happening. And the problem is that these people who are contacting you are not, you're not protected in any way I mean, they might be legit, But if they have um, if they have a page here on Alibaba or on Global Sources, then they're going to be more careful to make sure you're happy because they don't want you complaining to Alibaba or Global Sources or DHgate. So if they don't have any of that, they could scam you, and I was scammed. Because I did say, okay, I'll give you a chance, and I gave somebody a chance. I sent them a couple $100, and I can't remember the whole situation. I think they sent me a package, but it was completely wrong what I ordered. They wouldn't reply to my responses, stuff like that. I contacted Alibaba and Global Sources and told them this is happening. They didn't even reply back to me. So just be careful. I have had some great success ordering products on DHgate. But you still have to be careful what the product is and make sure that it's good, high quality product. At least the quality that you want to sell. If you want to sell something that's low quality, that's fine. But make sure order some samples first. Order one first. Just tell them even if it says something like this where it says 1829 to 28 whatever, and you come down here, and even if you just wanted one, however, realize that it's going to cost you a lot in shipping anyway. So you might as well buy 3 or 4, and then your shipping is going to be about the same anyway. So even if you just want one, just contact them. And I believe, I can't remember where it is. It's been a while since I've been on here. But you can go on here and contact the manufacturer, and you can, or the seller, and you can say, hey, I just want one. I want to try it first. Can you, how much would you charge me for that? And then they go through and you can talk to them about it, and you can see that that on DHgate they have reviews. They show how many transactions they've done and stuff like that. Anyway, so that's my tip of the week. Basically, if you are going to be selling something online, selling an actual product online, those are the ways I would do it. Now, let me tell you something. Back 16 years ago, when I created TopSurfer.com, I was actually I had created Top Surfer. I was, it was doing well, and I was looking for some things to advertise on Top Surfer, and I came across several websites, but I kept finding problems that I didn't like about them. One of the problems was is that I had to get paid. I had to wait for a payment if I did an affiliate program. I had to wait to be paid by the company, and then I was only getting a small commission of it. And I was like, that's really not what I want to do. I have Top Surfer. I can make 100% on Top Surfer. And then it dawned on me, why don't I create a package on Top Surfer that will be perfect, that will have everything that everyone would want, but the trick will be I will give the people who sell it 100% of the money. And it was one of the best ideas I've ever come up with. I think to have a reseller program where the person actually gets paid directly from the customer and they get 100% of the money. And I had not seen anybody else doing it at that time. And now I've heard that a few others have popped up here trying the same thing. You know, Top Surfer has been around for 16 years now, and we've been doing wholesale membership for 16 years, and it is well worth the money that you would spend. First of all, if you sell it just once, you make your money back. But it comes with hosting. It comes with a bunch of credits. It gives you 50% or more, right around their discount on different products and stuff. You can download things, and it comes with a lot of stuff, and it's well worth the price. So I would encourage you to go look into that. I have never had a huge success selling actual products, but I have had great success at selling advertising, which is what wholesale membership is. And so it's a non-tangible product, and I've had great success at that. But I've tried to sell different products, and I haven't had very good success at it. So I just want to give you that little warning to be careful what you try to sell. And be careful, don't invest more than you can afford to lose as well. If you're going to go out and buy 1,000 of something, and you haven't tested it yet, then be very careful of doing that. Anyway, that's my tip of the week. I wish you a safe, successful week, and we will see you at the top.